Welcome to another week of Pole Position, where we ask the questions to try to get a beat on what the public is thinking. We got a bunch of polls, so let's jump right into it. First, are you interested in a next-gen Xbox console? 2 votes, one said yes, one said no. In an interview with Variety, the Xbox president let us know that they are working on a, as they said, top-tier premium next-gen console. There's been a lot going on over at Xbox, mass layoffs, Game Pass got a pretty big price hike, as well as current consoles getting a price hike. Their new handheld device seemed to have a pretty good launch, but it was definitely an expensive piece of hardware. It'll be interesting to see over the course of 2026 if they're going to be releasing a console at the end of that year, what kind of price point they want to hit, and what kind of hardware is going to be in it. Next poll, is Clair Obscur Expedition 33 Game of the Year? 85% of you guys said yes, with one saying no. Wonder what game they think it is. It's always interesting to see how much hype people put into this. Good on them, Clair, or whatever game does end up winning. There's so many different award shows, so they could win some, but not others. The title of best is obviously super subjective, but I always find it shocking that a lot of these games that win these awards are nowhere near the top played. Just a weird little anecdote. Next poll, do you wishlist games on Steam, Epic Games, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, wherever you buy your games? The one good guy who voted said yes. Now, we definitely utilize our wishlist with so many games coming out every single day. It's just a simple, easy way to keep track of those. Steam recently came out with a new personalized calendar for both your wishlist and recommended games that are based upon games you played previously. I think anything that can help these smaller games be seen should be seen as a good thing. Next poll, do you care that CS2 skin prices have plummeted? Our most voted on poll yet, with 53% saying no. If you don't know, some CS2 skins like knives and gloves can go for a lot of real world money. As with any kind of speculation market, it's a combination of rarity, personal appeal, people actually wanting to use and own those, and the speculation that the price will increase. Well, with a new update for the game, it is now a little bit easier to get those more rare skins, and this has caused a massive crash in the overall market. Some outlets are saying even up to $3 billion. This is something Valve definitely had to know was going to happen. So the fact that they made this decision, made this update with the expectation that prices could crash, I don't know if you call it ballsy or gutsy, but it's definitely something. It doesn't look like it's affected the player numbers at all. At the time of recording, Counter-Strike 2 is sitting at 1.293 million concurrent players, which is right in line with its average player count for the last few months. There was unfortunately one report of a gentleman who took his own life in the wake of this. Reminds me of the story of Black Monday, the 1929 stock market crash that was kind of the beginning of the Great Depression, and the stories of some of those stockbrokers, committing suicide, jumping out of their office buildings. Moving on, we had one final poll: should Halo be on PlayStation? Unfortunately, no votes, but I think this one's actually pretty interesting. The fact that the most iconic Xbox game, Halo, would even be considered to put on another console. This feels like when Hulk Hogan decided to join the NWO. It's just such a 360 to go from one massive team to the other. But for those that recall the Xbox Microsoft purchase of Activision Blizzard, one of the things that they stated was that they were going to continue to publish Activision Blizzard games on other platforms like PlayStation, as a sign of good faith to the regulators that they were not gaining a monopoly with that purchase. Now, of course, the investigations into the purchase were dropped by the US, and I don't believe any other national government tried to force any regulation. And as we all know, those titles, Call of Duty, whatnot, are still definitely being published on other consoles like PlayStation. But this is a step even over that line. So we gotta assume that this is purely business. They think that they are going to make a ton of money having at least the remake of the original Halo on PlayStation. With that, that's everything we got for our polls. Thanks for watching. If you would like to vote, check us out on Twitter. That's where all of our polls are held. Or join our Discord server for hundreds of news stories every day covering the entire gaming industry. Thank you and have a good one.